Good morning, guys. So, is my voice is audible? Okay. How was your last day assignment? Have you learned something from last previous classes? So I checked the assignment submission portal where few have submitted the assignments. Still, there are many people have not yet submitted. So please do consider, and so you will be having scoring for entire all those assignments, and it will be rewarded at the end of the certificates that you will get in this internship. So do consider all those things, and so all the assignments links are still open. So if you want you can submit those assignments so in that link. So how was your last day previous class session, and what are the things that you have learned from previous session? So let's go through the title, or just uh, just tell what are the things that you have learned in previous session. Yeah, what is memory? Good. Other than that, so anyone else? Some, yeah, types of memory. So you have learned like types like conversation and all those things. You have learned buffer, and we have also certain restriction. You can also implement certain restriction on the memory based on tokens or line. So those things that you have seen on last class. No? Okay, memory implementation. Yeah, exactly. So hope these classes are more useful and informative to all. And day by day, you are learning new things. Nothing is being repeated, or you have been getting bored on the informative side. No, you have been learning daily new things. So just hope up on those things daily and do some practice on those things, so that you would be uh, improve on those area, and a few from this internship or from AIDS department. No, so it will be more useful for your careers too. So today's session is you will be learning about agents. It is another one of the most important module in LangChain. So it will be more useful for doing your end-to-end project also. So I'll be showing you the project details and what you are going to do in this internship. So at the end of the class, so I ask everyone to stay till the end of the class. So I'll at the end of the class I'll be explaining all those things what you're going to know for the next 6 days. So I'll be giving the topic and what all the things that you have want to do. So the deadline also I'll be telling you at the end of the class. So just stay on this meeting till the end. So today's topic also is one of the most important things that will be more helpful for doing your projects. So I'll be sharing you the Canva link in the group. So those who are seeing this meet on the phone or laptop, you can view. So can you all see my screen? So if yes, thumbs up please. Guys, can you all see my screen? So is it visible? Okay, fine. No? So if you are saying yes, and so Lavanya, is it visible now? Okay. So, okay, on previous and up to till you have learned about integration of LangChain, and about chains you have learned about prompts, and then you have learned about memory. So all those things are very important topics under LangChain. So it is more helpful while you are doing your application or personal project. So whatever it may be. So today's topic, like agents. So it is one of the most important components. So it help us to do build our own LLM more accurately and more perfectly. So I'll be just explaining what this agent do and all those things. Just listen. The core idea of agent is to use LLM. Yeah, everything's whatever chains or memory, everything will be integrated to the LLM to choose a sequence of action to take. So normally, generally, you will be like texting to the LLM, and the LLM will respond to you. So these things you will be well known from this, no. So what agent does is it performs some action iteratively to give some better solution. So I'll be showing some images and all those things to understand more clearly. Just remember the term like sequence of action to take. This is a term that you have to remember. I'll be explaining it on next slide. So in a chain, a sequence of action is hard coded. Yeah, during the session of chain class, so we have learned. So just wait a minute. Okay. So during the session of chain class, you have learned how to code the individual chains, and you can also define a number of chains in this LangChain. So guys, can you hear me? So it is audible. So it is okay. So those things you have learned on chain session, no, by simply typing the code. So we want to assign each and every task to the chains to perform, no. So hard code in the sense, so we will manually code the chains to perform some specific task regarding the output of this LLM. No, in agent, the language model is used as a reasoning. So so we'll be learning about this part, like so it will be generating some reasoning and observation. Will be you will be landing on the next slide. Just remember, like the sequence of action is taken, and in agents, a language model is used as a reasoning engine to determine which action to take or in which order. So from this line, you can able to understand, no. On the session of chain, we will be just executing through the LLM. So here on agent, this LLM will be acting as an or reasoning engine to determine or to or to find n number of way, and the agent will decide which way or what way it should be executed to get the appropriate result. So on chain, it is purely based on human interaction. So we will define all those things. So if something went wrong, will be difficult to analyze and all those things. No, we want to make the right prompt to execute that future. No, on agent, like the language model itself will be like reasoning in the sense. So it will be giving some. For your understanding, just guess, it will be giving some feedback. So if I ask some question, it will be giving some feedback, and later from that feedback it will be processing, and it will be asking some more question, and it will be going like a to and flow motion. It will be going on maximum some certain iteration, then you will be getting some appropriate result that you want. So it will be like texting with an AI to AI. So it will be just consulting, it will be discussing with the language model, and the agent will be discussing with the language model, and it will consent something, and it will be showing to us. So we will be learning some important concept under this agent. So it is one of the more, so because of this, LangChain is another most important thing. It was more popular among this world. So can agent, this is a class responsible for deciding what step to take next. Yeah. After we prompting something, so the LLM will be responding on some answers. But still, if we did not find this is not our correct answer, so we will be just texting some other prompts to make the LLM understand what we really need. No. So this part the agent does. So we will be just texting, or we will be just prompting that LLM to understand what our real context is. No, so the here the human is replaced by the AI called agent. So it will be concerning with the LLM, and it will be giving that appropriate result to us. So this is the main important thing that agent does. So this is a powerful by language model and the prompt. The prompt can be include things like, so as I taught in that prompt session, so it has some structure. So on while acting with agent also, we need to specify some important things or during our projects to make that agents to perform well and to give some appropriate result. So three things that are most important: the personality of the agent. So earlier in the prompt session, no, I have discussed like you want to specify the role and all those things. No, the same thing implies here also. The personality of agent useful for having it respond in a certain way. So how the conversation should have, or what way it has to lead, and what is the role of that agent. So we want to determine the agent. So here the agent in the sense it is another one AI. So it perform what we does, what we does. So actually it plays a role of the human, but it act as an AI. So we want to assign that agent a role, and then the background context. Background context in the sense from the word even you can able to understand what is the most specific context of what we need. So we want to elaborately mention what things that you have want to do like this. So useful for giving it more context on type of task it is being asked to do. So prompting strategies to invoke better reasoning. So it has some prompting strategy. So in this session we will be discussing about React. React in the sense it is not a framework that you have here for building an front end website or design. No, that React not. So will be it is like reasoning and act. So it is cut shorter and into React. Okay, we will be discussing it later on this slide. Yeah, look at this image. So we user or customer will be asking some question to that agent. So before agent, we have seen some images like input LLM and output. No, so without agent, we will be directly communicating to that source LLM, and we will be getting that information. So 90% of time we will be not getting that appropriate result what we really need. No, so here agent comes in bit intermediate of that. After asking the question, the agent will understand what you really want and all those things, and it will communicate to the company resource. In the sense, we can also merge lot of resource under this among this LLM. So it will be communicating to that LLM by different process. I will be explaining those process later on this slide. Just have a visual look on how it really progress on it. So after doing some research, and it will be replying to uh, the question that the customer have asked. So this answer will mostly be appropriate, and what the customer really needs. So we'll be just seeing the stages on next slide. Just have a look on how this process is going on. So we have another one part on this agent. So agents are the function that tools or the function that an agent calls. So in the agent, so we have one specific part like tools. So it will be the agent have we can add lot of tools under agents. Uh, while learning chains, so you will be seeing you have seen like we will be building some specific task, and we will be linking those chains under some, like it may be a sequential chain or simple sequential chain. No, so each and every chains will do some specific task. So likewise we will be having some different tools like it can perform like mathematics, or it can handle some customers. So we'll be just defining lot of tools under this agents to make a output right and more optimized way. There are two important considerations here: giving the agent access to the right tool. So just describing all those tools under the agent. So after describing all those right tool in the sense, so if you want to perform a calculation, or in maths also there are n number of division, or like performing calculus and all those things. So if you want to perform the right things, you want to define the right tools under each agent. Then only your agents will be performing or giving you the optimized result. So if you want to perform some calculus max, so you are defining some simple basic mathematical tool in the agent means, so it will not be providing you the optimized result. So it is one of the most important that the agent should perform well. So giving the agent access to the right tool. So understand the context what this tool exactly do is. So describing the tools in a way that is most useful for the agent. So what I have said in previously, I have covered all those things. So describe you have to another one main component of the tool is, so you have to name the tool, like what this tool really does. So then only that agent will analyze. So if the customers or if the users have typed some prompt related to that tools means, so it will be using that tool. So so you want to define the tool on first stage and how this performs and all those things. Second thing, describing the tool in the sense, you want to name the tool. So then only that LLM will understand what this tool really do is. So you want to just give a simple prompt on the description what this tool really does is. Then only that agent will come to know. So come to know and when to use this tool. So these are some basic things under the tool module. So without both, the agent you are trying to build will not work. So these are the two components that you must define while building some tools. I mean that functions under the agent calls. So if you don't give the agent access to the correct set of tools, it will never be able to accomplish. So what I have said previously, the same thing. So if you don't describe the tool properly, the agent won't know how to properly use. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, first thing you have to define the what appropriate tool you need under that agent. Then you want to describe the tool, how what this tool really does also. So if so take in case if you describe the tool correctly and you have made some mistake on like prompting that tool what it really does know. So if you made mistake on that thing, that agent, you will not able to understand what this tool exactly does. So it will be in the bit of confusion. So I'll be showing on the next slide clearly, so just have a glance of this. So here the simple representation to make you understand more clearly. So query in the sense, yeah, user or customer, whatever maybe. So after asking the questions or the relevant prompts, so it will be progressing to the LLM chain. So still yesterday's class, or you will be knowing, just it will be the LLM will be progressing, and after that LLM will be showing that output. No, so we can also define some other things like agent, and under this agent the tools are defined. So see here the tools like searching, webs like sky scanner, searching books. So these are the different specific tasks, so which we called as tools. No, each things will be doing some certain task according to the need. So we have just mentioned all those things like booking, sky scanner. Then your questions also relate, the questions or the user queries are also must be relevant to the tools. So if you here ask some mathematical or reasoning questions, so it will be not acting rightly. No, so if you want to do some mathematical or RT questions, you want to solve some those questions. So you want to define the tool relevant to the what the customers or the user need. So these things you have to take concern of this while or while connecting those tools to the agents. So this is the main thing that you have to take concern of it. So after this, after it is processing, so after if agent finds these tools are very helpful for this query, so it will be responding to the user in final answer. So this is the main thing. Just have a look on it. So till this slide, have you, are you clear with this, or you have any doubts? Yeah, guys, can you hear me? Are you clear with this, or I went fast, or so? Tell me your opinion so that I could make a move. So are you guys clear with this? Can you hear me first? Okay. So okay, just I want to ask you one question. So what agent is? So I have taught you something. No, just tell. So if it is wrong also, no issues. Just tell from your point of view what agent really does this. So then only I can know how much you have understood from the last two to three slides. So I need to know your view on what you have here. No. So just tell what is prompt from your point of view. Yeah, text it in chat box so that I could see. Yeah, guys, anyone? So you can also unmute yourself and tell me what you have really understood. Yeah, no one else. So you can also express that in one word or two word also. So if yeah, agents are used to decide which tools and action to do. Yes, correct point. So anyone else? So we'll be learning. I'll be going to the next slide. So we'll be learning React. I have said on previous slide now. So I'll be just explaining what is React. So React, so it is not a framework of building that front end we usually hear on our IT world. No, so that React not. So it is stands for reasoning and acting. So reasoning and acting is stands for React. So they have made some differentiate on the letters. No, Re and A is caps. So it is a combination of like reasoning and acting. So it is a like framework under this library under this LangChain. So we'll be learning about this and what this does and why it is more popular. It is more generally used concept in concept in agent. So I want to share how these things work. Is a framework for building an autonomous agent that can reason and act in a real world. So it is implemented in LangChain library, which provides a number of tools for building and uh, deploying agents. So just remember this term. So it will be more useful when you are going to the later on slide. So reasoning and act in the real world. So React is now composed of two main components, a language model and a set of tools. So as I have said on previously, so to the user and the LangChain, there will be intermediate. So the React or the agent will be the intermediate to the agent, and it will be having some set of tools to give you the optimized result. So what you ask, no? So main thing that it will do is so to give some optimized result. The language model is responsible for reasoning about the world and generating actions. Yeah, remember this line. Like language model is responsible for reasoning about the world, and so it will be generating actions based on the queries or the prompts that we give. So it will be making some actions from the questions, or and after that it will be just reasoning it and how it is done, all those things also. So it will be just elaborating or things also. We will be landing on next slide. So while the tools are responsible for executing that action, so React is a popular framework for building an autonomous agent. So same thing repeated here. So these tools are very much used for like booking tickets. So booking tickets or ordering food. So behind that there is a lot of work need to be done. No, so this frameworks really does those things without any human interaction. So that is a main thing. So booking a flight or ordering food. So those works have will be done by some AI agent that we called like LLM. No, the LLM itself will be just will be, it will be having some conversation with agent and it will be accomplishing our task. Yeah, just have a look on this. Yeah, reasoning in the sense, just asking some aptitude reasoning, aptitude question or mathematical questions. No, so if the LLM just do an action and gives you the simply answer means, so it will be just performing that action. So reasoning in the sense, so how these LLM derived that solution. No, these parts will be comes in the reasoning. So when we match those things, mostly the LLM will be just performing. So what you ask, no. So it will be just plainly it will be just providing some answers for that aptitude questions. Sometimes so it will be just elaborating. So how these things done likewise, no. So these thing comes under reasoning. So when we merge those process, so it acts some efficient way to produce some optimized result. So we'll be seeing what these things. Okay, have a look on this. Yeah, standard prompting. Simply like when we ask some question, no, this is an aptitude question, general question, and simple questions that we ask, no. So it will be just here see the prompt output. Just it is answering. So it is not elaborating how actually it delivers the output to 27. So it may be correct or it may not be, but however the LLM has responded like the answer is 27, no. So here see the chain of thought prompting. So it is one of the concept. So comparing to standard prompting, so we'll be seeing the comparison on next slide. Just have a look on this. So here also we have asked the same question that we have asked on the standard prompting methodology. So here on COT, like chain of thought prompting. So it will be just explaining how the LLM has delivered the answer to the users. So it will be just elaborating those things. Chain of thought. So it is one type of prompting concept, and that is standard prompting will be one of the concept. Just know what the key difference is. Yeah, see here the comparison, question answer pair. Here the question answer pair and chain of reasoning. Chain of reasoning in the sense, so it will be having some so detailed information how it got the answer like this. So here, yeah, just for your understanding, so compared, which is more efficient in the sense, chain of thoughts will be more efficient when compared to the standard prompting. So just giving the answer, and so you will not able to know whether if you know the answer of this question, so you can predict the LLM is wrongly predicting. No, so by this chain of thought you can able to see the answer how that LLM has derived that solution step by step. So by knowing those things you can predict like it is doing rightly or it is wrongly predicting likewise, no. So these things, so compared to the standard prompting, chain of thought prompting will be more efficient. And then same thing that is given here also. So after seeing all those things, we will be coming into the concept of react in the sense reasoning and acting, reason and act. So we'll be seeing how this entire process goes on. Just have a look on this slide. So it is more important to understand how this agent or it is one of the most important or most generally used agent across the LangChain developers. Just have a look on this. So it will be more useful while building your project. So I will be just giving you title to the intent for your end-to-end project, no? So you want to decide which one we have to use and all those things you want to design. So I have just explained you some basic and all those concepts to make that project. So just have a look on this also. It will be more useful while building your project, this internship. So see here, the question is like aside from the Apple remote, what other device can control the program Apple remote was originally designed to interact with? So this is a simple query that I've been asked. So how this reason plus act react, how it performs, how it takes the input and how it delivers the answer. So have a glance on it. Like thought one. So I need to search. So the React is making it more simple to the LLM. So I need to search the Apple remote and find the program it was originally designed to interact with. So it is make action on action, like it is just search equal to search. So it is making it is making the query into simplest form. Search Apple remote. So after searching, it will be just showing you some result. No, that will be considered as an observation. The Apple remote is a remote control introduced in October 2005 by Apple and originally designed to control the front row media center. So just the LLM has responded in some ways. So when we directly ask this question, so it will be just answer. It will be just showing this result only. So we want more accurate questions. So we will be just asking questions again and again to make what our real context know. The same work here the React agent will do. So after see here that thought 2, Apple React was originally designed to control the front row media. So from this observation, I mean from this answer, so it is taking another point of view, like it is generating another question to make the result more optimized. The front row media center, I need to search front row media next and find what other device can control. So it is making some questions to make to proceed with an action. So next the LLM is progressed with search front row. It is like decrypting all those queries into a different way. You will be learning some concept in DSA also, no? Splitting those large data into different component. Like in the graph also you'll be learning, no? Splitting all those data in the graph. So it is splitting the problem into each pieces and it is being generating good and optimized result. Okay, it's saying like cannot find a row and all those things, and again it was the thought 3 is front row is not found. Okay, from this observation, so it is making some lines. Front row is not found, I need to search front row software. So again it is processing with different prompts. So likewise, this process will be continued till you get the optimized result from the LLM. So it will be just here I have mentioned like 4 thoughts and 4 actions. No, so it can go up to 50 or 100 iterations, but concern with your API token, all those things. No, so you can also like make some constraints or limitation to this iteration. So repetitively it will be asking some question and making our solution more optimized way. But it will take some certain time and iteration to have a lot of conversation with this LLM. So these are the main and important role the reason plus act. I mean the React does. So I have a screenshot of simple example. So I have explained you how the React basically perform. No, so I will be seeing you some examples, practical examples. So see the question. The author David kind of has collaborated with the U.S. Navy admiral who served as the ambassador to the United Kingdom under which president? So it is a simple query which has been asked. So what this agent does now, see here, entering into the new agent executor chain. So it is being the query which we asked is considered to be a thought one. So after it considering the action made by that agent will be like such what is. So it is making it clear like after searching is David Kanoff. So it is making some other C on the thought too. So after getting some result from that LLM, so it is making another action from this observation. So from this observation, the thought two is defined. So it is like a summarize of the observation one. So see here, the U.S. Navy Admiral David Kanoff collaborate with the William J. So it is making a summarize of this sentence and telling that LLM to search or to make further action depend on the observation it has received. So I need to find which president he served under. So it has sent us some other information. So it has given you some other information. From that information, it will be summarizing those main context. No, after analyzing that context, so it will be asking another question. To the final target is to give you some optimized result to this question. So after this, the LLM also have responded with some other queries like about William J. Crow. So it is explained or it has given some biography details. So after observation, see the thought. So it has just summarized the above observation. So so see here. The answer is Bill Clinton. So it is making some. So if the agent could find the answer on two iterations, so it would be fine. So sometimes it would take nearly 10 or 11 or 15 iteration depend upon how the LLM performs, or how the LLM gives you the observation, and how the prompt is and all those things. So it will be depend on all those things. So certain times, so it will be the answer will be quick and efficient, like what I are seeing here, no. So this is a simple concept with an example I have shown you about React. um, Likewise, you can also define whatever things for your end-to-end project. So just understand what the real concept is. Yeah, this is an like an outline of the agent, outline of the agent how it does. So as I have said it previously, like it will be like after an action, observation, thought, and it will be just moving into an action. So it will be just iterating. It will be having some have loops. So it will be performed in the loop until it get the final answer or optimized answer. So this is the basic concept. The agent really does this. So there are a number of agent types here under it. So main and generally or mostly used agent is React. So it is one of the most popular. So among LangChain, or I mean the basic one that you have to understand it clearly. So this is an entire process of agent. So it will be just iterating to get some optimized result until it satisfied the customer or user's query. So that's all the theory part of the agent. Have you all understand what the agent really does is? Yeah guys, can you hear me? So okay, we'll be moving to the coding part. So it is sometimes the vague concept, so you cannot able to hear or like So if it is like your class session, okay, so it will be like, so you need to understand the basic concept. So it will be more useful while exploring. So okay, look at this notebook. These codes you are well known, no? So just we want to integrate or we want to choose the best LLM first, no? So after deciding what LLM you are gonna work, so you have to make some progress on it. Just I am integrating with this Cohere LLM. After integrating with this Cohere LLM, so I am making initializing the tools. So I have told you no. So we want to initialize the tools. So we see here. So the important things is so just listen this code notebook. So it will be more useful while doing your projects. So if the theoretical part is a bit boring, just have a look on this. Um, to do your projects. So I'll be finishing the session soon. So just listen for 5 to 10 minutes. Uh, here we want, as I said, the agent is the functions of agent is we want to design a number of tools under it. No, so as I said, the code part will be like this. So we are defining like a calculator. So it is a basic tool that we want. So I have said in that slide. No, so we want to describe two things. No, we want to just which tool we want for the right agent. Another one main thing which I told. No, you want to give the right description for the right tool. So if you make mistake on this also, your agent will not be able to analyze what this tools and what this tool really does is. So you want to have a good prompting skills on this as well. Okay, this is an like function in the sense, yeah, we are calling the math.run function. So we are just initializing this tool and we are connecting with the chain called LLM math chain. So after doing this, so see here the tools name is calculator and description. This to what is most important thing after you defining what the tool is. So see here after we want to import load tools. So after defining the tools, you want to load the tools to the LLM. I mean under the agent. So these code what you have to do. Just have a look on it. Okay. After this, while initializing the agent, so you want to initialize what information or what the agent really want to do. So zero short react description in the sense. So it is one of the agent type. So LangChain has a number of agent types. So it is the most basic agent type that you want to understand. So you want to define tools and LLM and verbose equal to in the sense if you attend class to class you will be able you will be well known this part verbose is equal to 2. So it will be just elaborating what the backend really what backend goes on no those things only. So maximum iteration in the sense so we are making some constraint. The LLM and the agent conversation should go up to maximum 3 iteration. So we can also make some iterations on this code. So if not, it will be just going, it will be looping again and again until it finds some optimized result from the LLM. So there is one major advantage and disadvantage in this agent. One is so when you want, it will give you some optimized result, but disadvantage is sometimes it takes a large time and it will consume lot of your API tokens and your maybe it may vanish your API token also. So it will be just iteratively looping into this LLM, no, so it will be consuming a lot of your tokens. So these things you want to make concern while you are building your projects. So see here, simple question, simple mathematical questions I have asked. So it is making, so I need the square. So it is give you then action is implemented. Action is a calculator. So it is taking the tool which we have defined, no calculator. Then observation doesn't. So it is making some result. I know. I know the final answer. So it is making some. So from the observation, so it is making some final answer from that observation. So it's a simple progress of agent. So another example, same thing. Here we are defining agents. We are describing here the agent, I mean the prompt template, and we want to initialize the tool. So here see here it does the language process. So see this tool, we have initialized this language model in the sense. So we want to describe what this tool really does, no. So use this tool for general purpose queries or logic. So this is the main purpose of this tool. So after defining this tool, we want to integrate those things on the tools. Then you have to execute this tool.append LLM. So I'll be sharing this notebook to you, so it will be more useful for you. So after this, we want to just after defining the tools, we want to initialize the agent. While initializing agents, you have to have a look on what agent it is. So what tools you are using. So you can also define a number of tools. Just for your reference, I have defined you one tool. So you can also define a number of tools. So you want to describe what the tool really does. So it is a main thing. So then only the according from the prompt, from the user query or the customer query, the agent will analyze what tool it has to pick or all those things. So you have to concern those things. So after initializing the agent, if you ask whatever the question it may be, so what is the capital of Norway? So it will be just iteratingly making some loop loop on action observation thought, and it will be giving you the end result, an optimized result from it. So this is a simple way of how to get an optimized answer from the agent. So I'll be giving you some assignments from this also. So have you all understand what this agent really does? So basic thing. So you need to understand the key concept of agent. So that's enough for this class. No, if you are not understand what the agent really does, no, you will not be able to use the functionality of the agent in your project. So that's what I'm asking. So are you guys clear with this agent concept? Yeah, guys, anyone there? All slept up. So if you have any doubts on this agent, so it is an interesting part in LangChain. You have to be well thorough of it. So if you have any questions, also you can ask in the chat box. So wait for a second. I'll be showing you the project and project title. I'll be explaining it. Just wait for a while. I'll be explaining all those things. Yeah, guys, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay, good. So this is your internship project that you are going to do with all those concepts I have said in this LangChain, no? So if you have done your regular assignments, you will be well and good and easily you can frame what to do on all those things. So your project performance will be calculated or scored individually only. So there will be no groups among you. So you can discuss with your friends, but your individual performance will be monitored at the end of this project submission. So your project title is Career Path Analyzer. So I'll be just explaining what the things you want to work with. So input in the sense job description. So you want to give the job description of any like it may be a front end developer, or you'll be seeing lot of job description in LinkedIn, no? So just choose whatever the job description it may be. So if you are from CSIT, just go with the relevant or the famous job that you are well known with, no? So front end developer or full stack developer, that is the most trending and most popular name that you guys will be able to you'll be hearing, no? So just go with those jobs. And so if you're from NEC or Triple E or EC also, just you can also go with your own domain jobs also. So LLM is trained with massive amount of data, so it can perform whatever the task that you are going to make. So only thing that you want to make is you want to make the right prompts to get the right result. So input you want to collect from different sources. I'll be just sharing some few examples also. um, you can also collect this job description from LinkedIn, from any jobs that you are seeing. So just collect the job description up to 5 to 6 job description from different sources. So there are sources like LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri, and all those things. No, some famous job description. I mean, some popular MNCs also will be availing some job description based on certain factor. No, just do some documentation on like that. Copy and paste 5 to 6 or 7 job description on where after collecting those job description, just choose what LLM model you gonna work with. So it was one of the most important thing that you want to consider while doing your project. So if you have GPT, if you have some tokens on the GPT, you can go with GPT model itself. So if your token is vanished, just go with some other model so that you have done on your assignments. No, first assignments I have given. No, there are you want to collect in number of 5 to 6 LLMs, and so few of you have done that project from done that assignment. Good. So go with that LLM that you have already have some practice on it. So you can also go with Cohere or any model in Hugging Face. So whatever it may be, then output should be a roadmap of the skills mentioned. So from the job description, they will be mentioning some important skills you want to have for this job. So LLM have to process those skills. You want to filter all those skills in that output. So after filtering those main and domain skills, so the LLM have to again progress. So I'll be explaining it here. Just have a look on it. So output should be it should show that output and like roadmap of the skill. So if they are mentioned like Java or Python is an important skill for this role, so the LLM has to give the roadmap of how to be an expert in Java or how to be an expert in Python. So the roadmap of the how we want to achieve the sense. So you can also you can also train the LLM to what are the things we have to learn under this domain skills to attain that expert in Java or Python. What are the domain or technical skills you have to know? So you can also prompt in that way to get the roadmap. So these are the things on the important things that HR or the company in the point of company view. So these are the skills are most important. So if you land all those things, so you will be getting some good job. So like in that way you have to prompt the LLM. So the format of the output can be text or voice. That's your wish. So I would recommend you the voice for to get some more new experience on that. So there are n number of libraries. It is open for voice. So you can also make the prompt to communicate in voice also. So and for UA, so we have just still now we are going with some code and we are running so these are the things like we do in the background. So we want to present it to someone in the sense, so we want to use some UI. So mainly used popular and one of the thing is Streamlight, and you can also use Chainlit. There are n number of UI you can see in some popular social medias. So I'm just preferring use Streamlight. So if you want to go with some other else also, you can go. So if you are a good front end developer also, you can make your own front end design, all those things. Just for your guidelines I am just mentioning. So you can use Streamlight if in case if you want. So framework, as you know, LangChain you have to use. So project description, so you have to import the job description. So in the input part we are just feeding a job description. So LLM have to filter all the domain skills from the job description. The first task the LLM have to do is it has to just filter. It has to find what are the key domain skills or the essential skills for the role. So in case of full stack, no, so the student must have basic of HTML, CSS, JS, and the backend skill like Java and Python, no. So these are the basic skills, no. So it has to filter all those things, and you then you can use some chain modules to build some roadmap for each and different skills. So for the full stack, in the sense HTML, CSS, JS, and for backend JavaScript also we can use for JavaScript. So minimum you have to describe five roadmaps for five different domains. I mean for HTML, CSS, JS, and for backend, in the sense Python, no. So minimum you have to define five different roadmap for different domain skills. So that you have to make aware of it. So plan it and make your prompt clear while progressing with these things. So you can make this thing happen only using this chain modules that I have taught you, know. So you can define n number of chains. um, you can assign each role specific task, no. So you can assign one chain to elaborate the roadmap of HTML. You can also define another one chain to progress the Java or Python complete roadmap. So you want to, the main thing is, so you want to prompt it good. Then only the LLM will be responding you with proper output. So if the five roadmap is you can't able to do it, just go with 3 to 4 minimum. You need to do five roadmaps on five different domain skills. There will be lot of domain skills will be listing from this job description. So minimum you have to do five roadmaps for five different domain skills. So then the same thing like job description, the LLM has to collect the job description. Then the output of the LLM should be the domain skills. After, so if you give the right prompt, then only it will be just showing you the domain skills. So the main essential thing is you need to good at prompt. So after giving you the right thing, so the domain skills will be listed. So after getting the domain skills, you have to generate the roadmap for each skills. So minimum I have just indicated 5. So you can go with 10 or 9 or whatever up to your own interest. So the voice, it can be text, or voice. So I recommend you to make it more presentable. So I want you guys to work on the voice. So there are a number of modules available for it. Just go and do some pre-requesting works for those things. So then you have, so the important guidelines, like you want to collect the job description from different sources, so that I have mentioned earlier, no. Yeah, simple guidelines. So if you are CS and IT, go with your own domain. CS IT domain இல்லைனா just your ECE மெக்கானிக்கல் ட்ரிபிள் அப்படி இருந்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் உங்களோட டொமைன்ஸில் இம்பார்ட்டன்டான ஜாப்ஸ் என்னென்னு பார்த்துட்டு ஒரு ஃபேமஸான ஜாப்ஸ் இருக்கலாம், அந்த டொமைனில் கூட நீங்கள் வந்து LLM வந்து ட்ரெயின் பண்ணலாம். ஜஸ்ட் go with your own domains. These things that I have, choose the right LLM, and so 90% of the work will depend on what prompt you build. So see here, this is one of the most important thing you have to consider while making this project. So whatever the things that you have made the structure and you have connected all those things, you have made the structure and you have not prompted it good, in the sense the output will not be more relevant to what you have asked, no. Just have concern and work on this thing, so you will be getting some good result. So for UX, I have told you Streamlight, and there are a number of modules also available. Streamlight, Chainlit, and Lang UA. So likewise, there are a number of UA available. So if you want to go with anyone, so if you are not well good at front end, you can go with these models. So it is simple and easy to make you some good front end design. So if you are good at front end coding, all those things, you know, React JS, no, so you can go with those things to make it implement and to gain some practical experience on this. So you can go with those things. So note here, so I have said you the overall structure of this project. So if you are well creative and if you want to add some extra features, no, so I'll be welcoming those students, no. So you can also do those things on this project. So it will be viewed on some. So we'll be having some other thing at the end of this internship. So you can also go beyond this. Beyond the basic things I have told, you can create whatever the things you can add extra features on the things that is up to you. So your deadline will be next like coming Monday. So you have nearly 5 to 6 days. So just plan what you are going to do. So spend 1 to 2 days on prompts. And what prompts, just give some prompts on this LLM ChatGPT and just have a correct prompt. So then you can go with the structure, and after building the structure, then combining all those prompts, your project will be finished. So you can also add some extra features like you after. So I have described here, no, for example I would say like I have see here the format I have indicated is text, no. You can also add like for example I am saying like, so you can also make those roadmaps, and you can also convert those roadmaps into the format of PDF. So you can also make it like available like download. You can download the roadmap for the later use. So this is an extra feature you can add on this project. So likewise, what are the simple and simple thing you can add to make this more presentable, no. So likewise you, so think likewise and do some creative things and adding different stuffs to the projects. So we will be just viewing those candidates at the end of the internship. So those who are very much interested on this project, and we'll be taking, you will be having some other benefit at this in the end of this internship. So have a concern all those things and start doing your projects. So are you clear with this project description, all those things? So if you have any just doubts or whatever clarification, just let me know in the chat box. So you can start and you can plan. I'll be sharing you this PDF on the group, so you can plan how to do and what you can discuss with each other. But your performance will be, each and everyone should have their own project, and your performance will be monitored individually and scored individually. So just if you are not well, if you of you have not attended any classes, so discuss with your friends and learn something. So at the end we will be just so you have to showcase your project and you have to explain it to us and what you really does to us. So we will be having some meet and we'll be just making some plan for it. So I will be telling those things later on this internship. Just uh, have some schedule on how to implement all those things. So I'll be just seeing you and connecting you with on 7 August, coming Monday. So go ahead and plan all those things. So for this agents, I'll be just sharing you this the notebook that I have taught to you. Just have a glance on it. So I'll be not providing you some assignments for this because you have to complete this project, entire project, no. So 5 to 6 days of time you have, no. So just go with your project. Just have a glance on this notebook if you want. So if you want to use this concept in your problem statements that I have given, you know, just go a glance and just go and explore it. So so ask your friends to submit all those assignments if you have not yet submitted till the last assignments which I given you. So those things also will be monitored and it will be just it will be reflected on your internship certificate. So please do all those things. So I'll be sharing you the attendance link right now. just give you a feedback and record your presence.